Okay, guys. There we go. So, normally I don't do this. I don't come on at this time. I was going to sit up and have a read in all fairness, even though I've read it. Whoa, what happened there? Whoa, what the fuck happened? You turned the lights out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, so I'd like to thank Lee for popping up earlier on. Let me do this. Hang on, it's too bright. Let me put this over here and bring it up a bit. So, like I said earlier on, Lee Marvin Richmond come over to visit me because he knew that I was struggling. So, I have to thank Lee. I'm probably going to do a podcast in the middle of Manchester. Myself, Lee, Kira. A lot of people come to Manchester now to make content, just to make content. They travel from Poland, from Germany, from Sweden, from France, from Italy, from Belgium, Brussels, Barcelona. They all come over, and the city they think they own it. But I'll save this one. I don't think I need a studio anymore. I hit me 4,000 subs. That's an accomplishment for me. Even though sometimes things look fucked, you have to just get on with it, you know. But like I said, shout out to Lee. All right, Trevor. Anyway, how are you, bro? Number 3, I'm happy with that. In hardback. So myself, Lee, we're going to do something together. We're going to arrange it. I'll premiere it. We'll probably do it in the middle of Piccadilly Gardens. I can't think of a better place to do it. This is England. I've lived in this city 31 years. Hey, I know one thing. I won't be getting a cuddle tonight. Hey, do you fancy jumping through? I know you pray for me, but do you fancy coming in and giving us a cuddle and reading us a bedtime story? Hey. Hey. Or you sing me a lullaby. You know. Or you could take a t-shirt off and put your nipples against me back. I bet you're a hairy bastard, aren't you? You know, a big gorilla. But I'm delighted. You know, like I said, sometimes we go through stuff in life and we have people that actually give a fuck about us and prove it by turning up, showing up. He's out in the rain out there having a debate with somebody. Trevor, I went sleepwalking last night. They have to lock me in at night. Last night I opened the hall door. The ring bell camera caught me walking up the road like a zombie. Bro, I was out cold. I didn't even know. I woke up with scratches all over me this morning. Look at, like, listen, it's not a promise, okay? Like I said, maybe not before Christmas, but I will come home and see you one time. And I'm gonna try squeeze you all into one location, if that's possible. You know, I want to come home and go and see me ma's grave. I'd love to go with your dad and yourself if you wanted. And I want to go and say goodbye to a few old friends in Ballyfermot because I won't be returning. When I get on the plane back to England, I know I'm gonna die in this country. That's the truth. So the reason why I didn't want to go back to Ireland, because I know it'll be the last time I ever see it again. There's a few people I want to go visit in Palmerstown graveyard and give their grave a bit of a wash and just let them know that 30 years later I'm still thinking about them. There's a few things that I need to do. I've changed me next of kin to my son recently. In the last 48 hours, I've changed me next of kin to my son. But I have got things that need to be done, and now I can do them without being nagged, without being pressured. I can do what I want, when I want, with who I want, whenever I want. All I want is peace for now. That's it. No fighting, no talking, no apologies, no going back. I'm gonna look for a place very soon, if I have to, yeah. Because I need my own space. I can't live with two other men, I can't. For so long I will. If I have a house in that garden, I will. If I have to put a tent in the garden, I will. I'll just like, you know, I'm gonna look at how much it's like. I got a bill for $2.5 grand yesterday. I'm wounded, and I have to pay it. Otherwise, you'll take me to court, and it'll ruin me credit. You know, I don't even know that I had it. It's from like fucking 10 years ago. You know, you know, it is what it is. I suppose, like. You know, been through a lot of my life, my cousin will tell you, you know, and I've overcome it. You know, it's like I'm a survivor, and that's what I do. You know, I survive no matter what. Long-term sustainability is my vision. It's like, but I need to be able to breathe to live. And I can't breathe other people's anxiety through my lungs because I have COPD already. You know, I have a lot of health issues, and the way I see it is, if somebody doesn't love me for me and wants to go and chat to other fucking cunt men behind my back and embarrass me, one day Don't start bitching at me if you see me with some señorita. I never cheat on women. They do it on me. So, yeah. Trevor, I want you to do me a favour, will you, tomorrow? Will you say a prayer for me? Please. You know, bro, I'm so worn out with it all. But that was really nice of Lee to come today. You know what, right? Nobody owes me anything. But you know what? He's the only one in the community. One sec. Let me do this. He's the only one in the community, really, that's come and seen me and made an effort. And, you know, in all fairness, so is Aaron. You know, I've met a lot of people off YouTube and I go on my own, you know, because I'm a man. If I'm going to meet someone and there's 10 of them, I'll still go on my own. You see, you can't go anywhere now without a ring bell catching you on camera. So I'm good. You know, I wait for people to assault me to give me a reason to fucking destroy you. You know. I could go to mass tomorrow, bro. You know, I need it. Because I've sinned a lot. You know. And like I said, you know, you have to repent. And in the Bible, it says, do unto others as they do to you. The Lord tells us to do that. You know, I can't help the situation I'm in. I've accepted the fact that there's no repairs. So I have to glue myself back together again. You know. You know, it's one of them, isn't it? It's like I overthink things, you know. For the last 2.5 days, I've been just sitting in my free time watching videos of my son walking. Do you hear him arguing out there? I was talking to someone from Tala earlier on, Trevor. Yeah. I think, shout out to the motherland, shout out to Russia. I'm a big fan. Yeah, snow. But Putin has to go. How are you, Ricky? Putin needs to go, bro. He's a psychopath. He's a narcissist. He is a gayist and a racist. You know what he said once, Putin, yeah? You need to exterminate every gay person in the world. Or something like that. Procrastinating. I've learned recently. Okay. Well, shout out to Russia, bro. Is are very tough. In fact, Alhamdulillah to Islam Makachev. Wallah, brother. Alhamdulillah, brother. Shout out to Habib and Islam Makachev. Shout out to Dagestan. Free Ireland. Inshallah, you have a good day too. I can speak a tiny bit of Arabic, brother, not much. Tika. Man United beat Chelsea. Yes. I didn't think we were going to win that. Do you like UFC, brother? You like fighting? Oh. Oh, don't do this. Oh, man. Guys got... Hey. The TSB have cut the lights out. Bollocks, what's happened? Sorry about that. Islam is a don. I like Islam. I like Habib. Dagestan, brother. They're very tough in Dagestan. They live in the mountains. You know, like Islam Makachev. He will be a 2-division world champion. I hope he fights Isla Tapardier. That'd be a great fight for Islam. After he fights this guy, I think he should have one more fight. Bertia, mind your manners, bro, yeah? I have nephews that are Muslim. Muslim people are welcome in here, brother, yeah? We're not racist in here. Everybody's allowed in here. In fact, how about this motherfucker, yeah? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's for being rude. Everybody's welcome in here, regardless whether they're Christian, Hindu, or Muslim. Everybody's welcome in here. I fucking told you about that Islam shit, yeah? Don't disrespect Islam in this chat. Okay, because I wouldn't like it if you're disrespecting my religion, okay? You know, I've no time for that. I hit 4,000 subs. You know, over the moon. But like I said, I'm delighted with the book. You know what I mean? On hardback, you know what I mean? I'm delighted I am for him. You know, he's signed it for me again, look. Oh, you know what? I'd love a cuddle right now. You know, like, just that's it. Just a cuddle, you know. Hey, mate. I could sleep here or else. Bro, I'm never on at this time, okay? I'm just going through all my thoughts in me head, you know. Like, It's mad waking up and not being able to hear me son crying. You know, it's killing me, man. You just have to get on with it, don't you? You've no other choice. You know, you can either deal with it or don't. It's not gonna go away, so you know it's one of them. Yeah. But thanks for the book, you know. Used to me have a problem. Yeah. Nah, bro, you know, it's like I just feel betrayed, you know. Like winter's coming, bro, and it's getting cold, you know. Me hands hurt in the winter, bro. You know, it's like I'm devastated, bro. That it's crumbled. You know, like I was looking forward to a family holiday and all, you know, and it's been snatched away from me. You know, how are you, Andy? I just feel, you know, it's like we had a holiday planned, you know, Christmas planned, you know, like I thought I was making progress, you know, I got ahead, you know, I got that fucking close. I met a woman and I got burnt badly again. That's a hat trick. I pray to God, Andy, all the time. I pray to me ma. The other day I was praying to her on the canal and after witnessing something. And I believe God lets you see what he wants to see. You know. I wish I could unsee it, you know. But I'm glad in a way though that I did see it. How are you feeling, you Bowsy? Nah, look, I'm getting old. You know, shout out to Chopper. I'm glad you're alright. Uh, like, you can try put on a brave face. It's like, but there's no point. You know, it's like, you know, okay, I'm an old man, right? So I'm going to give you a bit of advice, right? God puts you in people's lives for certain reasons. You know, God put me into people's lives to love them. You know, and I'm all loved out, you know. And I've made the decision and I'm gonna stick with it. I made a bad call. I decided I wanted to be with somebody. I fell head over heels in love with them. And what ruined us in the end was the age gap. You know, I always knew it was going to be hard. It's like, but I didn't think it'd be this hard. You know. And all you can do is swallow it. You know. Yeah, like, mad things pop through your head. Like, I need a holiday. Even a caravan holiday. Just on my own. Away from everything. Away from all the noise. And near to the sea. So I can hear the seagulls. Yeah. You know, I see me little man running in and out of that garden. I see me grandkids running in and out of the garden. Yeah. Well, Finn, listen, I'm not the only one on the planet that's having fucking a bad time. You know what happens, and you learn from it. You know, this is my first rodeo, as you know, and as you know, I'm a bit of a cowboy. I'm from Ballyfermot, except for I'm a cowman. I'm not a cowboy. I'm a cowman. Yeah, it's insane. Like, people have said to me, Jewett, you seem more chilled when you're down at your mum's. And I was here. One or two people didn't just say it. A few people said it, you know. And I wouldn't say I'm happy, because I'm not. But you have to just keep pushing forward. Because I've come too far to go backwards. You know, I'm 51 and I'm fed up with the bullshit, you know. Well, Finn, listen to me. We'll arrange to meet sometime. You know, it's like, I don't mind a train journey. Like, I was thinking of going up and spending a few days with my son in Liverpool. That's what I might do. I'll see. He's coming down tomorrow. So I might go back with him just to get out of Manchester. It's not for me at the minute. You know, I can't deal with it. So I'm gonna disappear for a while. Probably, we'll see. That way then nobody can see what I'm doing. Shout out to United today for beating Chelsea. Well, I'm hoping so, Finn. You know, when you get into your empty bed and Like, you know what, Finn, you know the last time I had a good cuddle? I can't remember. Do you know what as well? Do you know what's demoralising, Finn? You know, sometimes when if you're feeling really low and you're over at the sink and you're looking out the window and you have your hands on the sink and you want your missus to come over behind you and wrap her arms around you like she used to. You know, I know. Well, I'm delighted to meet them. Uh, like these things take time. You can't just turn your feelings off overnight. It doesn't work that way. You know what I mean? Normally, I do be happy-go-lucky, but yeah, Finn, you know something, right? Like everybody wants to be respected and to be loved, and if someone says they love you and you put your trust in them, and then you realize, what the wow. Well, look, I blame myself in a way because people treat you, you allow them to treat you. Hey, Aaron, and you have to just get on with it. Like, if the truth be told, I'll hug my pillow tonight. You know, 'cause I won't have nipples in me back, will I? In fact, I haven't had nipples in me back for fucking months. You know. Well, like I said, it's like by the time this person realised what she done to me, I'll be dead. You know, she'll realise in 20 years when I'm not here. And my son will know why I went and what it's called. It's a shitty night out in Manchester, but today Lee said to me, he said, Jude, what do you think about doing a live in Piccadilly? And I said, I think it'd be a good idea, you know, so when I find out when it is, I'll let you know. And I think I'm going to leave her on that, guys. It's 1:45 in the morning. I'm bollocks tired. I'd like to thank you for your support. I apologise for being a whiny bitch the last 3 days. I'd like to thank you for being understanding. I'd like to thank you for thinking about the situation and imagining what you do in that situation, you know, and it's like a lot of people have been supportive, but now this here, we've hit 4,000 subs, over 1,000 subs, and I hit my target. So thanks everybody for coming in. Finn, Andy, Ralph, Aaron, Luke, Andy, everybody, you know what I mean? Thanks for coming in. You know, and I think we'll leave it there. We have good night. Boom.